Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the Martial Arts History Museum YouTube channel live. I'm trying it out. I got to try these different types of mediums. You know, there's so many types of mediums out there. I don't know which one's which anymore. Somebody just told me about doing something on TikTok, which I know nothing about whatsoever. So I'm going to have to go on YouTube and find a video to tell me what is TikTok. So anyway, so I'm giving this a shot and seeing if people like it. Okay. So welcome to the Martial Arts History Museum's YouTube channel. So this is our YouTube channel, and we are really pushing it galore. You know, because of the COVID, we've been shut down everywhere, and we just can't make any money to help the museum. So we need to find different methods of helping the museum, and this is one of them, YouTube. So a YouTube channel, as you know, many people, especially little kids, have been making galore on YouTube. You know, some are making millions. This is one I just watched. It's called Tic Tac Toys. Yeah, Tic Tac Toys. Excellent channel for kids. But my God, they're like making millions a year. So I said, what are we doing wrong? The little kids are taking over the world. So I'm trying it out on the YouTube channel. I have taken everything I learned from Cynthia Rothrock. Cynthia Rothrock had a YouTube channel with 3 videos on it, and that was it. She never did anything with it. And I said, Cynthia, let me take it over. You and I will do it together, 50-50, and we'll start the YouTube channel and really get it out there. And that's what we did. We didn't know anything. I knew as much as I could. So we put everything aside, start figuring out, brainstorming together. Let's put this on there. Let's put that on there. And sure enough, it started to work. And right now we have over almost 28,000 subscribers. Now that's pretty good. Not too bad. Not too bad. So what we're doing is decide, okay, I'm going to take everything I learned from the Cynthia Rothrock YouTube channel and relaunch the museum's channel, because we had it on there. We didn't have many subscribers or anything like that. And you know, it's when the YouTube changed their requirements for monetization, okay, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours, that left me out. I didn't have enough subscribers at all. I had a lot of viewing hours, but not subscribers. So I said, okay, we're going to have to revamp this. And that's what we did. I say we, with meaning me. I don't like to say me. So anyway, so we revamped it. And sure enough, we started a month and a half ago, and we've had like 400 subscribers. Well, now we are about 70 something subscribers short of 1,000. So you guys come on board. If you're watching this, subscribe, and that'll be fantastic. And that'll get us over the hump. We still need some viewing hours, but that's really picking up galore. So what we did is we put this YouTube channel out, and I said, okay, I need time of people to watch, so I have a bunch of biographies. We've done these biographies, if you see right behind me. We've done like 17 of these, I think. And we said, look, it's out there, but we really want people to enjoy it. So we've started putting them once a week on YouTube. And that way everybody can watch them and have a good time and see the whole biography, and that'll give us more time on YouTube as well. So that's what we did. We started putting the YouTube biographies on our YouTube channel to promote it out there, and that's what's happening. So yay, more and more subscribers come on. We're almost at 1,000. We are getting closer to 3,000 viewing hours. Every week it picks up about 300 or 400, maybe 500. So come on board. We just need a few more weeks and we can get monetized, and that'll help out the museum. So it's fantastic. So thank you, everybody, for doing that. We are going to be launching also our expert class. What is the expert class? We're asking great pioneers. We're asking Stephen Hayes. We're asking James Liu. We're asking Eric Lee. We're asking Don the Dragon Wilson. We're asking Cynthia Rothrock. We're asking many wonderful people, Simon Rhee, so many more to help us out, to Graciela Casillas, so many people to help us out and do a class for us that will be available free on YouTube, on the museum's YouTube channel. That way more people watch, more money comes to the museum, and that way you don't have to spend money to see these classes. So it'll be a series of classes that you could all enjoy tell your friends about, and everybody can watch, and that'll be fantastic. Okay, so that's coming up. It's called Expert Class. So we're very excited about things. What else is new? You know, the museum, as you know, this COVID has us shut down. And so we are uh, finding new ways to make funds at the museum. And the magazines is a great way to raise a little funds. I don't make much money selling the magazines, but we're trying to collect the magazines and make an archive out of them and do all the covers and scan them and then sell them if we can. They don't sell much. They really don't. But maybe a little bit, you know, they can sell and help the museum. So we're going to be launching the magazine sales very soon coming up. We got tons of Black Belt magazine right there, tons of Inside Kung Fu, tons of great magazines. So we're going to have that out there for everybody to enjoy and purchase a copy of one of the magazines, and that'll be fantastic. If you have magazines, please consider donating them to the museum. Drop them off. To do, come by the museum. If you're nearby, drop off the magazines. That'll be fantastic. I promise you, there's nobody who loves the magazines more than me. I love the magazines. I wrote for the magazines for 20 years. I had my own magazine, but I just love magazines. And I was so sad when the internet took over and all the magazines are gone. You know, I wrote for Black Belt magazine, but mostly Inside Kung Fu. That was my favorite one to write for. They had fantastic covers. The covers in the beginning weren't so hot, but later on, they got really good covers. And it was good to see, and they were more creative in Inside Kung Fu, you know. But Black Belt magazines are first, our biggest, our longest, and still there. It's every are all gone. What can I say? Excuse me. I've been talking a long time today. So anyway, I love the magazines. I couldn't wait to see who was on the next cover. Couldn't wait to see who was on the next cover. It was always exciting to see. I got my people I knew on there all the time on the covers, which was kind of cool to see us say, hey, I got them on the cover. That's very nice. So I can't do it anymore, but back then I was able to, you know, every month they needed someone to go on the cover. So, you know, anyway, so it's always fun to put a few friends on the cover. I got on a couple covers, usually as a dummy, somebody hit. So a few of them I got on the covers. A few I graced the cover, but they weren't the big ones. You know, they weren't like Inside Kung Fu, but they were smaller magazines, but I still got on the cover of a few of them. But I was on the cover of Inside Kung Fu once, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, it's cool to have that cover. You know, I don't even know where it is today. Oh, and I got a cover of Producer magazine. That's my most exciting cover of all time, Producer magazine. As you know, I'm a producer. I went to American Film Institute. I learned how to do producing movies and especially commercials. And I got grace. I was able to grace the cover of Producer magazine. I had won one of the top 100 producers in America. This was 1990s, I think. And they put me on the cover of Producer magazine. That was pretty cool. And then to top it off, we went to I think it's called the NAB convention, National Association of Broadcasters convention. So I go into the convention, it's a huge convention in Las Vegas. And I look up and I saw the booth where the Producers magazine is. And right up on top, I saw like a 10 or I think it was 15-foot picture of a cover of a magazine right in their front. And who was on it? Me. My picture was up there like 15 feet high. Everybody comes to the door. The first thing they see is my picture there. That was so cool. Coolest thing ever to walk in there. Just shocked to see my picture because it was the cover of the magazine. And so I went over there with like a wheelbarrow and I said, hey, can I take some magazines? They said, yeah, sure, I have a whole bunch. And they gave me tons of magazines. And that was kind of cool. And they provided, here I'm bragging, I'm sorry. It's the only thing I can brag about. And they sent a limousine for me to take me to and from the place. That was too cool. But it was nice to see, you know, myself on the cover at the NAB convention where the world got to see it. And there I was on the cover. I got every magazine possible. And of course, when I got home, my mom wanted to give the covers to everybody. So I had like 100 magazines and she took 95 of them. So I have now four. That's all I have. Four left of those magazines. So anyway, that was kind of a cool thing, a good experience I had with the magazine covers. Sorry, I'm on the track of talking about magazines. Sorry about that. But anyway, that was great to have, to see a producer magazine. I was on the cover. But I miss the magazines. They were a great way for us to communicate, way to see who's out there, and especially for the tournaments. Who is the top tournament fighters of all time? I mean, today nobody knows who's in the tournaments. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. There's no reports. There's no magazines. There's no nothing. We don't have no idea who's on the cover, who's out there, or anything. The last I remember, was Christine Banham Rodriguez was on one of the last covers of Karate Illustrated, back then. Then after that, I have no idea who's out there. No idea who's competing at all. So who knows? I think UFC has a magazine themselves, but that's a whole new era, a whole new genre. But anyway, but again, if you have magazines, you want to donate them to the museum, please go ahead and bring them over. That'll be fantastic. Again, we're trying our best to scan these things. They just take up a lot of time to scan, especially a high-res scan. But we got to do something to make a resource center for the museum. We are going to try to apply for a grant to do that, to have funding, but grants are so hard to get. Right now, we just applied for a grant for the COVID, and it's not a lot. It's not a lot, $15,000, but it's a lot for us. For us, it's a lot, and that'll be fantastic. That'll help us over this big hump. We're trying to raise, money, because the Dragon Fest and all that other stuff brought in funds for the museum. We had 3 events a month here that would bring in funds for the museum and Dragon Fest, but that's all gone. The whole year, it's gone. So all that money we don't have at all, period. No money for rent, no money for electricity, you know what I mean? So we got to pull from our archive, our resources that we have to keep the museum going. So that's why we're running all these campaigns. So we'll hope you keep on board and support us through these campaigns. Get us through this hump until the COVID vaccine comes, and then we're going to be great, okay? But it's going to take a while, so we'll hope you'll come aboard on that. Let's see what else is up. We are working on, I told you about the expert class for the video here. We are also working on a few things. It's over there in the corner. I don't know, somebody I can pick up the computer to turn it, but it is our animatronics. I love animatronics. Years ago, I used to work for the Walt Disney Productions Company right down the street here in Burbank. Not the Disneyland, but the productions company. And I was an artist, a graphic artist for a productions company. And what I love is the animatronics that they had. Now, they didn't make any animatronics there, but it was down the street where they make it, where all the things talk and Abraham Lincoln stands up and all that cool stuff. And Disneyland, well, we kind of have that here at the museum. All that Disney stuff rubbed off on me. My characters, as you know, here, I'll show you what. Where is it? I can't even find him now. There he goes. Okay, no, here when I'm trying to find him, I can't even find him. Oh, well, the characters I make for the museum, they all look a little bit like Disney style because that's where I came from. So anyway, we put little animatronics here, and we just finished a tiki over there in the corner. So I'm going to put the tiki up in a Hawaiian section, but I have to make the voice talks. He talks to the people coming in, and so we're going to add a little voice. And I'm trying to do my impression of my Hawaiian accent, which I don't have, and do a little talking tiki. Remember that one and Night of the Museum? And he goes, he wants a gum, my gum dum, drum dum, something like that. So I'm going to have to do something like that for my tiki guy and make it sound like a tiki guy. Sorry. So anyway, I'm working on the tiki guy. I want to thank Bill Weber for making those animatronics for me, and we do them together. I design them, and he puts them together, puts all the mechanic stuff together, and makes them talk while people come in. So I'm going to start recording the voice for that. So hopefully by the time we're reopen again, we'll have a few more animatronics here in the museum. They're just kind of fun to have. I love the Disney stuff. you know, and to have a little animatronics, a little fun, things like that. It's great for the kids and all that. And I think that's kind of fun. So anyway, you know, being part of Disney, even though I wasn't with Disney a long time, is a part of learning of their animatronics, their style, their uniqueness. There's no comparison to what Disney does. Disney is I like to think of myself as a Walt Disney for the martial arts. That would be nice. That would be nice to be called that. That'd be kind of cool. But as far as creativity is concerned, because I love to be creative. And I think all the stuff they do at Disney, the cruise lines and everything else, they just put 100% into them and make those cruise things just amazing, just amazing. The detail they put into it. And I always said, if I ever had the money that Disney had, I would do the same thing in a different area for the martial arts and make it so cool and so amazing. So I'm doing my best with the little funds we have, and most everything is donated here. Most nearly everything is donated here for any animatronics. That's all donated and stuff like that. So there's no money going out to anything like that. So no worries on that. It's all donated. People help out the museum. You know, they help out this place any way they can. And people who are experts in the animatronic donate their time, donate their resources, donate some of their funding stuff, and they make this for us. So we want to say thank you out to all those people. Again, I wish we had the funding to give out to people, but we don't. So anyway, we're making a little more animatronics to be part of the museum, and that'll be kind of fun. That'll be kind of fun. So hopefully when things go back to regular, you'll see a few more extra animatronics in here, and that'll be pretty exciting for the kids. Okay, very good. Okay, I think that's it. And about the news, last thing before I go, we just put out the Don Wilson biography. I believe it is on Amazon today. I'm going to check it right now as soon as I finish this. And I believe it's available for sale. It will be later on, much later, in the YouTube channel for a biography for you guys to watch. But it'd be nice to have one, especially when you see Don, to have him sign it. It'd be kind of cool if you actually buy it from Amazon. And that'll help us out as well. We are eventually putting a lot of the videos for a temporary time onto our YouTube channel. I don't know how long it's going to be on here. We're just right now experimenting. We'll see how long. We need the time of people watching. So please watch as much as you can, and that'll help us out as well. Let's see what else. I think that's about it. So I will try to do. I have to figure out how to do the Facebook, YouTube, and the Facebook and the YouTube at the same time, so I don't have to do two of these. So I'll figure it out. I don't know how to do it yet. Maybe I have to have the phone here and this here, but maybe that's how I got to do it. Put the phone and the camera here at the same time. Okay, I'll figure it out what to do. Okay, that's about it, everybody. I want to say thank you very much for being part of the Martial Arts History Museum. And I don't see if anybody has anything I can't tell on here. But thank you all for watching. And that's it. That's the end of one of our first of many streaming live video for YouTube. Okay, I hope I did okay. Take care.